Global Airlines is a UK startup that is causing quite a stir, and I just tried them out for myself on one of its first ever flights from Manchester to New York. The airline's only aircraft is an Airbus A380. Boarding this huge aircraft via the stairs in the Manchester sunshine was an absolute treat. When I turned left, I must admit I was very impressed by the size of the 8 first-class suites with fully closing doors. After a quick peek, I headed up the stairs. Despite some pretty obvious wear and tear, the seats are far from the worst in the sky. I was in the smaller business class cabin at the front of the upper deck that has just 20 seats in a 1-2-1 configuration. Due to the curvature of the A380, window seats come with a ton of storage space. My seat had space for everything, including my laptop. I'm a huge fan of a well-placed footrest. Speaking of fans, so many people turned out to watch us take off. I think this guy might have overslept. Back up in the air, it was a little bit weird settling in with a non-functioning IFE screen and no Wi-Fi. While Global's figuring that out, there's a temporary streaming service that's actually worked really well. And I was pleased to see they hadn't forgotten about the all-important moving map. Instead of the IFE, I perused the menu, which presented me with several starter, main course, and dessert options. I stuck to water to keep hydrated, but I did have a choice of fine wines and even Laurent Perrier champagne. The top shelf bubbly stuff was free-flowing at the Sky Pub throughout the flight. I liked that the first drink service came with a selection of snacks, rather than just a few nuts. With the tray table fully extended, it was pretty impossible to get out of my seat. There's no mistaking you're flying global here thanks to the gold embroidery on the tablecloth and napkins. The airline is proud to be one of very few to offer caviar in business class. I skipped the bread and tucked straight into the good stuff. To be quite honest, I don't get the hype around caviar. Connoisseurs might begrudge the absence of mother of pearl spoon here, but that didn't bother me. As a caviar novice, getting the lid of the pot proved quite a challenge. A dessert spoon saved the day, and after a quick sniff test, I piled the good stuff on top of a blini. As much as I wanted to like it, I just don't. Thinking that condiments could make all the difference, I lathered some creme fraiche on for my next bite. Okay then, maybe I could be won over after all. Next up was my second starter of a very delicious chicken terrine. My stone bass main course, which arrived before my starter was cleared away, looked and smelled great, but was sadly cold when I bit into it. I waited a while for dessert, which is when I discovered these Global branded salt and pepper shakers. A very thoughtful bonus amenity. Wowee. When dessert eventually came, it was a feast for this chocoholic's eyes. Absolutely smashed it, Global. The second meal service was dine on demand, and I went for the British classic of afternoon tea. Another thumbs up from me. We absolutely love a business class pajama and slipper moment, so I popped into the huge bathroom to get changed. Real roses. Ooh la la. What do you think? I'm not 100% convinced on the colour, but I did like the fit. There's even a built-in incognito mode. By this point, I was so ready for a nap. The seat controls were a little bit clunky, and the bed does have a slight incline. The pillow could have been a little bit bigger, but the duvet was thick and soft. The sleek and stylish Briggs amenity kits were filled to the brim with actually useful amenities. I've never seen a mirror in an amenity kit before. I had such a great time on this flight that I was sad to learn we'd shortly be arriving at JFK. I've run out of time, so I'll give you my verdict in the caption. But in the meantime, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Would you consider flying global between the UK and the US?